Ain't no telling what I'm finna beyond. Hey, hey, I'm beyond all that fuck shit. Hey.
Hey, lil' mama, would you like to be my sunshine? Nigga, touch my game. We gon'
You're reading that loud, or else
I didn't know we were recording.
Okay. I just hit it.
Okay.
Hi, welcome to Flow State. I'm Taylor. This is Ace, the invisible voice, and
Nice to meet you all.
we are gonna respond to a question left in the comments of my last video, which I will put in a card for it right here. If you haven't seen it, a question from Choco. Ace, you want to hit it?
Yeah. Just for the record, I'm also an ESTP, probably 8, 3, 6, or 7. I haven't checked in a while, but just so y'all know. So Choco says, hey, Flow State, I have a question for you. As an ESTP, were you good at asking girls out when you were younger? Did you have a lot of game? Would you just say directly to the girl, will you go out with me, or would you beat around the bush?
And I like the question. I wanted to answer it in the video because it feels, I mean, it's more of an advice request, really. I mean, it rings like that to me. So, personally, I don't think I had really a shit ton of game in high school and stuff. I kind of skated by on looks and general coolness. So I didn't really, I had a pretty easy go of it, and I didn't really need to develop much game. It wasn't until really probably after my divorce that I ended up engaging and enjoying the pursuit, which is something I missed when I was married. So I was happy to re-enter that dynamic a bit more actively a second time. But I don't know. I mean, I did fine, but I wouldn't say I was some pussy prodigy straight out the chute. It certainly was a practice thing and an acquired taste, really. The older I get, the more fun it was.
One of this man's Austin Powers in his younger years.
I don't remember the movie well enough.
You didn't see that?
I own them. I just don't remember what scene you're talking about.
For shame. Never mind.
And, I mean, Ace, you don't really have any game, but you want to go ahead and answer anyway? What's your take on that?
You got me there. When I was younger, and I'm assuming this comes from a younger guy.
I'm assuming it's a younger intuitive. I don't know that for sure, but this sort of question almost always is a younger intuitive. No.
Yeah. Sounds exactly like a high school intuitive would ask. When I was younger, I would say I'm probably close to what Taylor said. When you're in high school, it's not really the time. It's not really like a game thing when you're in high school. You know, as far if you define game as techniques or wordplay or, you know, any kind of like actual strategy that you think about while you're on a date or while you're talking to a girl or something like that. When I was in high school, I was just, like you said, I was just cool. I was cool with everybody. I was really high energy and I like to have a lot of fun and that kind of thing. And that helped me get girls. Just the fact that people wanted to hang with me because I was always ready for a good time, ready to hang out and chat with people, get along with everybody. That was probably the biggest thing, is I got along with everybody. So it just sort of naturally happened that way. I didn't really do anything as far as like a game was concerned.
Did you drink a lot of beer out of funnels?
Define a lot. We talking quarts? We talking gallons?
Yep, you're good enough.
There was a couple.
How many is the most beers you ever bonged at once?
Oh, fuck. I was told. Wait, bonged? Like
one go of it, yeah. Seconds on a keg stand doesn't count because you can cheat at that.
Yeah, you can. I was told 3 at once.
We're tied.
Yeah, and then I puked immediately. That's why I said I was told I did 3. I don't remember that.
I had a buddy in high school. He did 6. We had to have someone stand at the top of the stairs and hold the bong, and he took it from the bottom of the stairs and took a 6-pack to the dome, stood up, and then just instantly passed out and fell backwards through the middle of the ping pong table. It was toast.
This man's a madman. Get this
He's
man.
actually got a YouTube channel that is pretty good. It's called MadMan Traveler or something. I'll link it below. But he went to law school and then was like, fuck being a lawyer. And he just travels like the world just doing shit.
You can. But to get back to the question, I would say, despite the stories that we just alluded to, that is not a requirement. And I would also say, depending on the type of girl that you are looking for. Some girls, I would say all girls like confidence. There's not a woman on the planet that doesn't like confidence.
That's the key. That's it.
Yeah. You can, I mean, honestly, if you're walking up to a girl and you trip and fall right into a puddle of mud, if you can look up and smile and laugh about it, you're golden anyway. Like, it really doesn't matter to a girl. Like, just like I said, girls are different. Each one of them are different. That's one of the golden rules. No girl doesn't like confidence. They all like confidence.
I think that and really the thing about picking up chicks or whatever is that it's not, you're not going to find the map, the treasure map, or the cheat code to it. It's practice. Because it's going to really, ultimately, you need to be comfortable and confident. So even more than you're figuring out the girl, you're figuring out yourself and how you can be naturally, at your best. So you have to just take some shots,
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Confidence is very much a fake it till you make it thing. I would say if you wear the mask for long enough and it stops being a mask. That's extremely true, I would say.
I second that.
And another thing, as far as that's concerned, like if there's a girl in particular that you have a crush on, or you've been crushing on her for a while or something, it's going to be harder as opposed to like you just go to the bar or to a club or something and you're just like, oh, she's cute, I'm going to go talk to her. If you can internalize thinking about it as I want to get to know her and I want to go out and date, but it's not that big of a deal. If you can give off that vibe and really internalize that thought process, you'll be good to go. You want it, but you don't need it.
It's way better to learn this on somebody who you haven't been into for a while. Like, don't just go straight there. Go to a bar and practice with some strangers. Take some losses that don't matter.
Yeah, if there's a girl that you've had your eye on and you really want to get with her, ask her out and all that. Definitely do not just be like, okay, confident, cool, and just run up to her, because that's probably not going to end well.
What was the second part of that question?
I think I clicked. Oh, okay. Did you have a lot of game? Would you just say directly to the girl, "Will you go out with me," or would you beat around the bush?
Don't beat around the bush.
Never beat around the bush, because that's how you get in the friend zone, and that's how you get resentful.
You're gonna send, if two people are into each other at first meeting, and you're beating around the bush, she's gonna interpret that as you're not interested, and then you're fucked, and you fucked yourself over, and that's a long, slow, painful death that I've seen a lot of dudes.
Yep.
Yeah.
She rightfully friend zone you, and then you will be upset about it because you'll feel like you didn't deserve that, and then it's just disaster. It's just Hindenburg after that, my dude.
And nobody believes that you're actually a nice guy at that point either. Everybody can see through it. So be direct. Don't be evasive.
And the thing about that, don't let anybody tell you, and don't ever feel like it's somehow wrong or indecent or not nice to be direct, because they've seen that. Like, just going up and be like, hey, I think you're cute. I think you look fun, whatever. Do you want to go get coffee sometime? Because coffee or lunch is a lot less pressure for both of you, by the way, than like dinner would be. If you ask a girl at dinner, that's like first date, capital D.
I always went to sushi. That was
Yeah, if you do something casual first, yeah, coffee, lunch. Like you're in high school, so you can't go do drinks or something like that. But yeah, like coffee, lunch. If there's nothing wrong with that. It's not indecent. It doesn't make you like a bad guy or anything close to it. Don't let anybody ever tell you that.
Yeah, you're complimenting a person. That's what's happening. You're complimenting a person, and I don't know. If somebody acts like that's weird, then they're the one being weird.
Yeah. And the other thing is, if you do that right up there, even if she says no right then, like maybe she's just taken aback, and she's like, "Oh, I wasn't expecting this. No, thank you," or whatever. You can just be like, "All right, cool. Just thought I'd ask," and you can peace out. That door's still open.
Yeah.
Later on, you can come back to that. Either one of you. But if you pretend to be like, beat around the bush a whole bunch, now you're in the friend zone. That door's shut, my man. It's never going to open again. Unless you spend, like 5 years apart, not even talking, and then all of a sudden you see each other, something crazy.
But at that point, she's already fucking married twice by then,
Probably.
Yeah, the first no, it's not a permanent thing. I feel like I could have phrased that a little bit better, but whatever.
Well, I mean, that's fair enough. No, it's not. The door's not shut. It's no for now, not no forever. You didn't invest a whole bunch of time and energy on your part thinking that being her really good friend would eventually lead to dating her. And she doesn't
go shopping with her while she's texting her real boyfriend.
Level 20 friend zone detonations when she shows you the dick pic she's getting, asking for your opinion. What do you think? Huh? Yeah, no.
I've never. I'm sure it happens, but that's a level of friend zone I have not.
That's a true story, my buddy. That happened to my buddy.
I don't think I would never admit that if that happened to me.
Oh man. But yeah, she won't feel betrayed. Sorry to interrupt, but I was just going to finish my thought. But she won't feel betrayed if you spend a bunch of time being around the bush. Now you're in the friend zone. Then you come forward, hey, I want to be with you. I want to date you, whatever. And she says no. You can't go back to the friendship you had. It's not going to happen. And you're both going to resent each other. You're going to be like, why won't you date me? I've shown you on this great guy. She's going to go, why can't you just stay my friend? And then it's boom.
That is true.
Business is done. It's closed. It's over with. Gordon Ramsay said all the food was shit, and it's over with.
And sometimes those friendships into relationships work, and I don't know. They never have for me. Of course, yeah. If I ever hooked up with a friend, like I tried to back out quickly before things got.
Yeah. No. I've done the booty call thing once or twice. With like somebody I knew. I wouldn't even say it was like a friend, it was just somebody I knew. It was when I was in the Army. And it didn't really it was just weird. We used to
Was it a camel?
Huh?
Was it a camel?
You said you weren't gonna fucking bring that up. I told you not to fucking bring that up.
Sorry.
Anyway.
I mean, was she hot?
Yeah, she had 2 humps. They were great.
That's the proper number of humps. Okay. I think that's all I got, really.
That's about all the advice I have without knowing more specifics.
That was
pretty common.
It was. And keep them coming if there's any more, if that generate, whatever. Just throw me questions.
Cool. Peace.